So the question which I have taken is from the geomorphology, is the PYQ from the 2005. Welcome to Plutus IS. Today I am going to tell you how you have to approach the geography optional PYQ. Lot of people struggle that you have a lot of content and resources available with you, but now then how to structure such abundance amount of resources in a short answer. The answer that you have to give in the UPSC optional exam is only 250 words, and sometimes it's only 150 words. So much of resources, so much of knowledge, then how to precise it and give it in the best way. So here I have taken one of the question of geography optional, which will help you to understand how to structure your answer. So the question which I have taken is from the geomorphology, is the PYQ from the 2005. It says, explain the role of seismic wave in the study of Earth's interior. This is an exact question which has come in the UPSC optional geography exam in 2005. If you have the geography optional UPSC PYQ, then just have a look at it and you will be able to notice that this seismic topic has been in the repetition a lot many times. A lot of question has been asked from this topic, either in this way or maybe they have been reformed a bit, but definitely a question one or two has come in alternate years from this part. So the first topic is seismic wave. So when I have to explain the seismic wave, that how the seismic wave helps to understand the interior, then two parts of the knowledge, two topics I should know very clearly. One topic is seismic wave, which is the P wave, S wave. I should know that thoroughly. And apart from that, I should also know the core, crust, and the mantle properties. What are they? They are the interior of the earth, right? Both the parts you should know separately, and then you should know how to connect both the topics in order to give the thorough answer and a detailed answer. So the demand of the question is not to separately just write the interior or the seismic part, but to in fact relate both the parts so that you can give the crisp and the better answer. Now it is asking, as we know that we have the interior of the earth made up of crust, core, and mantle, right? It has been described in a better way in this diagram. So we have the lower mantle, upper mantle, Moho discontinuity, and the crust. Now, to understand this, we know that the crust is the upper layer, right? And apart from that, we have the weak layer, which we call as asthenosphere. Asthenosphere, which is a weak layer. Why weak? Because it is having the molten particles, molten material, right? And we also call it as the upper part of the mantle, right? Then we have the lower mantle. Apart from that, how do we get to know that the outer core of the Earth's interior is having a different properties? For example, it is liquid. How did we get to know that? It is only through the seismic waves. Seismic waves were the only reason why we have got to know the properties of the Earth's inside, right? Otherwise, there is no other way to understand how we could understand such a deep side of the interior of Earth. Is there any practical reason available? There is no. There is no alternative. Only reason that how you can detect how is the interior of the Earth is through the seismic wave. Now we will correlate both the topics and understand how the interior of the Earth is being detected by the seismic wave. For example, what you have to write in the question? You have to write that as the waves, for example, waves would have gone, for example, I'm talking about the P wave and the S wave. So understand the properties of P wave first. We know that P waves goes from, it's a primary wave. Yes, when I call it primary, then they're going to come first. Whenever any wave will come, then the P wave, which is called as the primary wave, and S is denoted for secondary wave. When the P wave will come, it will come first, right? Whenever the waves are detected in the Earth's interior, then this comes first. Now, the property of the P wave is to go through solid, liquid, and the gas. But the property of the S wave is to not go in the other parts, right? So, when you have to detect the P wave, so you will be able to understand that P wave is coming and it is refracting. So why the curves are happening in the Earth's interior? For example, because of the refraction which was taking place in the Earth's interior, it shows, have we not seen the refraction process in the science in the 10th class? Why the refraction of the rays are happening? Why the waves are refracting? It is refracting because it is going from one medium which is denser to another medium who is having the other density, right? When the wave is traveling from denser medium to the other denser medium, maybe the rarer and the denser that we are calculating. If one is denser, the other is rarer, then it will refract, right? So when it is refracting, that shows that the density changes in the interior of the Earth, right? So one thing that we can note from the seismic wave is the density part, right? Next, we are going to understand with the P wave that it is changing its path obviously, but then it is not covering the area between 105 to 145, right? And here also not covering 105 to 145. Why? Because it is creating a shadow region. It is creating a shadow region. Now, when we have the S wave, if we are calculating the S wave, then the S wave won't be able to go in this part. Why? It won't be able to go into this part because here we have the liquid. So S wave does not go in the liquid part. So since they are not going in the liquid part, so that therefore we were able to detect, yes, there is the liquid part interior of the Earth, which we call as the inner core of the, or maybe the outer core of the Earth, and the outer core of the Earth is liquid in nature, but the inner core is solid in nature, right? So these are some of the patterns which were detected in the seismograph. In the seismograph, these patterns were detected, and the patterns, after the studying of the seismograph, then we able to deduce the fact, yes, we have the liquid in the outer core and we have solid in the inner core. It is made up of solid. So one thing we would be able to deduce is the density, obviously because it is constantly changing its parts. So that's why it shows that the density is changing. And why the density is changing? It is changing because of the pressure, because of the temperature. As we go inside the Earth, the density changes. Why? Because the pressure is also increasing. Why? Because the mass above the core is much more, right, as compared to the crust. Crust doesn't have so much of mass on this, right? So the temperature and the pressure is changing constantly because of the mass and the weight it is taking on itself. Exactly. So therefore, we will be able to deduce few of the points. So if I have to structure this, so I'll just give the introduction first. Now how you have to structure the answer? When you have to structure it, so first thing you will write the definition of the seismic wave and interior of the Earth. You will just little explain it. Now, in the body, you don't have to write separately, you don't have to detect the Mohr discontinuity, you have to tell how the Mohr discontinuity was being able to be deduced by the scientists. It was because of the P waves and the S wave, right? In the body, you will write, since the P wave can pass through solid, liquid and gas, but S wave cannot pass through all the medium. Cannot pass through with all the medium, I means that it can pass through only solid but not liquid and gas. It can pass through only solid and it cannot pass through liquid and gas, right? Then what will happen? Then the places where we cannot detect what? S wave are the places which are liquid, and here only we have defined different discontinuity. What are the names of the discontinuity? The first discontinuity we have the Mohr. The second discontinuity which we detected was Guttensberg, right? So this is how we were able to detect the discontinuity. Then how we detected the temperature, density and pressure, that it varies as we go inside. So you can just take the example of the P wave and S wave only, that as the refraction is taking place, and this could be studied in the seismograph. So with the study of the seismograph, refraction, with the help of the refraction, because refraction was taking place, you can also draw the diagram in the support of this question. It was taking place, it was going from the rarer to the denser medium, and again, because in between again the density decreases, right? Then or we can say from the denser to the rarer, then refraction will happen and seismograph can give the evidence that density is changing. And hence, the pressure and temperature, right? This is in a very short way I have explained you how you have to structure what is the demand of the question. You don't have to just jump on the explanation of seismic wave. The demand of the question is not to explain the seismic wave or to the interior of the core. The demand of the question is to relate both the topics and give the perfect answer like that. Okay, that's why people struggle in the, especially geography optional, that how you have to structure the answer and what the question requires, right? Okay, then the conclusion can be said in such a way, because the conclusion is important part. So you can also write in the conclusion that how this, you can write the application in the conclusion. Why? Because this application helped us to study that whether what kind of material the inside core is made up of. For example, if I say the core is made up of nickel and ferrous, or the crust is made up of Sial, or the mantle is made up of Sima, then you must know that the composition, the components that we got to know is only because of the study on the seismograph, because of the P and S wave. Right? And apart from that, it is also applicable. Why? Because you can predict what is the application. Then you can predict the unpredictable events. For example, earthquakes. These are very, very important. How they have been detected? Through the P and S wave only. Then the study of the earthquake can be done very easily. Study of earthquake. Right? Not only that, you can predict the study of volcanoes, and you can evacuate the place at the early basis so that the people can be evacuated and their life can be saved. Apart from that, it helps in the study of minerals, that what kind of minerals are found deep inside the earth. So there are various applications that you can study. So the conclusion should have the application and should have that how the seismic wave has helped in the study of not only interior of the earth, but also how it has helped in the application, how it has helped the humanity from the study. This is the UPSC PYQ optional that we have taken today from the part geomorphology. Next time we'll come with another optional question and we'll do the detailed analysis of it.